Okay, so now we're going to talk about rests. Now we're going to talk about rests. In our previous 3 lessons, we talked about measures. Measures. We talked about measures. We know that the staff is divided up by what we call bar lines into measures. So that you'll have a staff, and you'll draw some vertical lines on it that will divide it up into sections called measures. There are 4 measures right here. We know you put a double bar at the end, and of course you need your clef sign at the beginning. Now, after this, we learned what time signatures were. We learned that the time signature is simply 2 numbers placed at the beginning of every piece of music to let us know what kind of note is going to get 1 beat and how many beats there are in each measure. In this case, in all cases, the top number in a time signature is going to tell us how many beats are in each measure. The bottom number in a time signature is going to tell us what kind of note gets 1 beat. So in this case, the time signature is 4/4. There are going to be 4 beats in every measure, and the quarter note is going to receive 1 beat. The half note is going to receive 2 beats, and the whole note is going to receive 4 beats. That was covered in our previous lesson on note values. Now, we're going to come up to a new concept here. It's called rests. What is a rest? A rest is simply a beat of silence. A rest is a beat of silence. Every note, as we can see over here, has its corresponding rest. Everyone is familiar with the quarter note already. Well, this is a quarter rest. So whenever a rest would show up, where a quarter note would normally be, we're going to rest for 1 beat of silence, because 4 is our bottom number and the quarter note gets 1 beat. Where 4 is still the bottom number, and we're just going to assume 4 is the bottom number for the time being. We know the half note is getting 2 beats. Well, this is a half rest. Notice the half rest sits on top of the 3rd line. The half rest sits on the 3rd line. Don't confuse it with the whole rest, which hangs upside down on the 4th line. The half rest sits on the 3rd line. Okay, so there you end up with 2 beats of silence. Finally, there's the whole rest. The whole note rather, and the whole rest. The whole note gets 4 beats in 4/4 time. So the whole rest is going to get 4 beats of silence. Thank you. I heard you say it through the computer. Yes. Okay. So let's do something here real quick. 2, 3, and we'll put a rest in. Okay. We all know that each one of these is a beat. I'm going to do something slightly different from what some people do. When some music teachers or some music theory packets will have you write an R wherever a rest would go, I'm not going to have you do that. Instead, what I'm going to have you do is still write the number underneath of the beat, but I want you to put it in parentheses, and when you count it out loud and clap it, I want you to whisper the number. So this would be, we've got 4/4 time, 4 beats in each measure, quarter note gets 1 beat, quarter rest gets 1 beat of silence. 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're going to put 4 in parentheses. Here's what it's going to sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Cool. All right. Let's do the same thing here with our half notes. Half note, half rest. Half note, it goes on for more than 1 beat. We know it holds for 2 beats, so we're going to put a dash in between. 1-2. Half rest also gets you rest for more than 1 beat, so we're putting a dash in the middle. 3-4, but we're going to put the whole thing in parentheses. So 1, 2. Got that? Cool. Let's put them both together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Whole rest. Whoops. Whole rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets held for 4 beats. Stick the whole thing in parentheses. That was easy. Okay. Finally, let's mix it up a little bit. Half note. How many counts? 2. 1-2. Quarter rest. 1 count. Which beat are we on? 1, 2, 3. Cool. Yeah, you wouldn't just write 1, 2, 1 under there because it's 4 beats in each measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, because there's a quarter note here. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice I'm bringing my hands apart. That's something that we learned back at the elementary school level, you know. Whenever a rest comes up, you just kind of bring your hands apart. That way you accidentally don't clap them together and make a noise when you're supposed to be resting. Dasani, used by fine music teachers everywhere. Okay. Yes, that was random. Okay, we're back to doing another one here. Now, in our previous lesson, we learned about the dotted half note. We learned about the dotted half note in the previous lesson. Dotted half note was getting how many counts? 3. What combination of rests could we use to equal up to 3 counts? That is correct. A half rest and a quarter rest. 3 counts. Okay. That said, let's do one more example real quick. All right, let's see. Make this one pretty simple for you to get. I'm going to leave this one in 4/4. Okay, let's make this one pretty simple. Let's put some numbers underneath of these real quick. Half rest, 2 counts. First 2 beats of the whole thing, we'll put them in parentheses. 1-2. Beat 3 is a quarter note. Cool. Beat 4, quarter rest. Beat 1, quarter note in the second measure here. Beat 2, rest. 3, 4, rest. Rest on beat 1. Clap on beat 2, rest on beat 3, clap on beat 4, 1-2, 3-4, down to the end. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. Run that by you again. 1, 2 is a rest. 3, quarter note, 4, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Aha, switched it up. Put 2 rests back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a rest. Okay. You should have this wonderfully and marvelously mastered by now. So, I want you to download the music theory packet and go on ahead and do the lessons that cover the rest. And that should take care of us for a pretty long time. Take care.